नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। In this series of lecture, our today's topic is varicella zoster virus. I am Dr. Aarti, Associate Professor, Pathology Department, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University. We will start our topic with the properties of varicella zoster virus. As in the previous lecture, you all know that herpes virus belongs to classified into three families: alpha, beta, and gamma. It belongs to the alpha herpes virus subfamily of herpes viruses. It is double-stranded DNA enveloped virus. Genome size is 125 kbp, long and short fragments with a total of 4 isometric form. One antigenic serotype only, although there is some cross reaction with HSV. The epidemiology includes the primary varicella is an endemic disease. Varicella is one of the classic disease of the childhood with the highest prevalence occurring in 4 to 10 years of age. Varicella is highly communicable with an attack of 90% in close contacts. Most people become infected before adulthood, but 10% of the young adult remain susceptible. Herpes zoster, in contrast, occurs sporadically and even throughout the year. The virus is thought to gain entry via the respiratory tract and spread shortly after the lymphoid system. After an incubation period of 14 days, the virus arrives in its main target organ, the skin. Following the primary infection, the virus remains latent in the cerebral and posterior root ganglia. In 10 to 20% of individuals, a single recurrence infection occurs after several decades. The virus reactivate in the ganglia and track down the sensory nerve to the area of the skin innervated by the nerve, producing a varicella form rash in the distribution of dermatome. Varicella primary infection result in varicella. This is called the chicken pox. The incubation period is 14 to 21 days. Presents fever, lymphadenopathy, and widespread vesicular rash. The features are so characteristic that a diagnosis can usually be made on clinical ground alone. Complications are rare but occur more frequently and with greater severity in adult and immune compromised patients. The most common complication in secondary bacterial infection of the vesicles and severe complication which may be life threatening include the viral pneumonia, encephalitis, hemorrhage, and chickenpox. In zooster, which is also called the shingle, mainly affected a single dermatome of the skin, it may occur at any age, but the vast majority of patients are more than 50 years of age. The latent virus reactivate in the sensory ganglia and track down the sensory nerve to the appropriate segment. There is a characteristic eruptions of the vesicles in the dermatome, which is often accompanied by intensive pain, which may last for months. The herpes zoster affecting the eye, face may pose great problem. As with varicella, herpes zoster is far a greater problem in immune compromised patient in whom the reactivation occur earlier in life and multiple attack occur as well as complications. The complications are rare and include encephalitis and disseminated herpes zoster. See, it is a shingles. Congenital varicella zoster virus infection. 90% of the pregnant women already immune. Therefore, primary infection is rare during pregnancy. The primary infection during pregnancy carries a greater risk of severe disease, in particular pneumonia. First 20 weeks of pregnancy, up to 3% chance of transmission to the fetus. Recognize congenital varicella zoster. Scaring of the skin is there, hypoplasia of the limb is there, CNS and eye defects is there, and death in infancy normal. Neonatal varicella. Varicella zoster virus can cross the placenta in the late stages of pregnancy to infect the fetus congenitally. The neonatal varicella may vary from a mild disease to a fatal disseminated infection. If rash in mother occurred more than 1 week before delivery, then sufficient immunity would have been transferred to the fetus. Zoster immunoglobulin should be given to the susceptible pregnant women who had contact with suspected cases of varicella. Zoster immunoglobulin should also be given to infant whose mother developed varicella during the last 7 days of pregnancy or the first 14 days after the delivery. What is the lab diagnosis? The clinical presentation of the varicella or zoster are so characteristics that the laboratory confirmation is rarely required. In which, if required only in atypical presentation, particularly in immune compromised patient, viral isolation is carried out. Direct detection is there by the HSV and varicella zoster virus, differentiation by the electron microscope, and serology in which IgG and IgM should be detected. What is the management? Uncomplicated varicella is a self-limiting disease and require no specific treatment. However, acyclovir has been shown to exaggerate the resolution of the disease and is prescribed by some doctor. Acyclovir should be given promptly immunocompromised individual with varicella infection and normal individual with the serious complications such as the pneumonia and encephalitis. Herpes zoster is a healthy individual is not normally a cause of concern. The major problem is the management of the post-herpetic neuralgia. The International Herpes Management Forum recommend that the antiviral therapy should be offered routinely to all patients over 50 years of age presenting with zoster. Three drugs can be used for the treatment: herpes zoster, acyclovir, valaclovir, and famiciclovir. These appears to be little difference in efficacy between them. What is the prevention? Last but not the least, prevention must be better than cure. It measures should be considered for the individual at risk of contracting severe varicella infection like leukemic children, neonates, and pregnant women. Where urgent protection is needed, passive immunization should be given. Zooster immunoglobulin in the preparation of choice, but it is very expensive. When Zooster immunoglobulin is not available, HNIG should be given instead. A live attenuated vaccine is available. These had been great reluctance to use it in the past, especially in the immune compromised individuals, since the vaccine virus can become latent and reactivated later on. However, recent data suggests that the vaccine is safe even in children with leukemia, provided that they are in remission. It is highly debatable whether universal vaccination should be offered since chickenpox, shingles are normally mild disease. Thank you so much. Bye bye. It's all about the varicella zoster virus.